Hey there friends, how's it going? So in this video, I'd like to give you a quick tour of this new tool that I have added to my website. The name of this tool is KEYMASTER, and what it lets you do is pick a single key, and it's going to show you a bunch of helpful information in that key, and also it's going to let you not only see that information, but hear it with your ears. And to sort of give you a quick preview of what I mean is I could click on the key of G or D, and no matter which key I click on, this information below is going to change. This would show me the notes in that key, which I not only can see, but I also can click on, right? I can make some melodies and just explore, some simple stuff there by seeing how those notes sound. I also can see the chords that belong to that key, the seventh chords that belong to that key, some of the other sort of secondary dominants and borrowed chords, and some example chord progressions. And here's the cool part. Whenever you see these chords, you can click on them and you hear what they sound like, right? Now this is just like if I was to play a D and a B minor and a G and an A major, right? Now, the cool part about this is I don't have to have my guitar out. I don't have to know how to play these chords. I don't have to be able to switch to them quickly, right? So this kind of takes the guitar out of the equation temporarily so that you can see, you can hear, you can understand the context of all these things, right? Chord progressions, chords, seventh chords, the difference between that sort of A and that A7, right? Hearing the difference. Right? Maybe I want to switch to another key and hear the same thing. Maybe I want to hear the 1, 4, 5 in the key of E. Right? So the benefit of doing all this, again, is for you to play around, for you to see, but also hear these things so that as you are thinking about the stuff you're playing or you're practicing or you're working on, right, it kind of gives you that multi-sensory context, right? Okay, so zooming out a little bit, this is the KEYMASTER homepage. This is sort of the entrance to things. It gives you this video tour you're watching now. It gives you these print-friendly guides, which you can download and you can print out. I have one for each key. They're going to show you all the same information, but in a printed, easy-to-read sort of PDF file. Keep that on your iPad, print it out, put it in your binder, put it on your wall, whatever you want to do. I'll also link to some related lessons further down on this page that have to do with this sort of key-related stuff. But again, big picture, this is the KEYMASTER homepage. If you click on tools here, you can get to my other tools. I'm not going to talk about those that much in this video because I want to focus on KEYMASTER, but just come here yourself, songnotes.net, click on tools in the navigation, and you can explore any of these tools. I have videos for them as well. But let's go to KEYMASTER, and let's pick one of these keys. Now the thing is, each of these keys has the exact same information on it. It's just going to be specific for that key, right? So I start off showing you the notes in the that belong to that key, or in that key's major scale. Kind of two ways of saying the same thing here. So the G major scale, for example, uses these 7 notes. Just with these 7 notes, we can play a G major scale. We can play 2 octaves of the G major scale, which is what I have sort of here. Right? That's something you can do. Now, an example of a quick fun way you can sort of play with these notes, right, is to play the notes that are in any given chord, right? Say I'm looking at my cheat sheet here and I see that the 1 chord in any given key is built with the 1, the 3, and the 5. Well, I can just click the 1, click the 3, click the 5, and I hear, hey, that sounds kind of like a chord almost. Wait, so you're telling me that those 3 notes are what's in this chord, right? I can look at my printout and I can confirm. The G major chord is just G, B, and D, right? You hear it. Now what if I play G major 7? Okay, there's a difference. What's the extra note here? Well, I look at my little cheat sheet there and I see, oh, G major 7 has G, B, D, and F sharp, right? Now I don't have to memorize those notes necessarily. I just might be using the scale degree recipe. Any major 7th chord, every major 7th chord, right, at least based on the 1 chord, is going to use the scale degrees 1, 3, 5, 7. You can hear those notes, right? So this is a way for you just to kind of do what I was just doing. Take this stuff here in this document. Take what's in my chord tone guide that's in my other PDF batch I released last week. Look at the notes in each chord, right? Try playing them here. Try creating melodies. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. This is a playground for you to have some fun with. So anyway, here are the chords in each key again. That's me going from the 1 chord up to the 5 chord. I could change keys and do the same thing. How does that sound in the key of D? So it's a fun way, again, for me to play these chords without having to use my guitar. I can hear the 7th chord just the same way, look at some of these other chords that are sometimes used, and go through these example chord progressions. This is actually really fun. So I just use about 5 or 6 common songs here and show you how, no matter which key you're in, you can basically listen to, or play, really, the same song in any key. So once again, these chords are something you can click on, so you can make your way through a progression and hear how that song would sound in that key. So Creep, for example, in the key of D, it's not normally played in this key, but you can play it if you follow the chord progression, right? The 1 is our sort of home base. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry, float like a feather in a beautiful world, but I don't belong here. I messed up the lyrics 'cause I'm a creep. Right, that's one example, but just to sort of run things sort of through to their logical conclusion, let me switch to a different key, go back down to Creep. Let's try it in this key. Different chords, but it's the same progression. And that's really what I'm trying to sort of impress upon you here, is that these notes, these numbers down here, that's what really matters when we learn chord progressions. It's the sort of number in the chord sort of within the sort of sequence of chords here. So just to prove that point, Creep by Radiohead in the key of A. Do the Johnny Cash hum. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. But I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Right? Anyway, Brown Eyed Girl, you can do the same thing. Learning to Fly by Tom Petty. So I'm sort of jumping around here, but that's kind of what this is about. This is like showing someone a sandbox with lots of toys. You kind of just show them through playing around, right? There's no just sort of start at the top like a novel. It's not like that kind of tool. And that's what all these tools are. All right, if I can zoom out and digress for a second. FretMonster's the same way. You come in here, it's going to ask you, hey, what scale do you want and what key do you want? So say I want a major blues scale in the key of A. I can then change what I'm looking at here, change what's highlighted, click on the notes if I want to. Right? There's no one right way to do this. I can change my instrument as well. So these tools are sort of multifunctional, but with KeyMaster, again, pick any of these keys. Make sure your sound is on. If you're using an iPhone or an iPad, you need to make sure you're not in silent mode because it won't play. And just try clicking around, right? I'm going to keep using this in future lessons to refer to ways that we can understand melody, ways we can sort of understand how chords are built, arpeggios, chord progression, 7 chords, all that stuff. But now this is available for you to play with as well. I'm pretty glad that I finally added this to the site, and I hope it's helpful. So if you have any feedback, let me know. If there's anything that you would like to see in this, let me know. I have a bunch of things I would like to get to, showing the scales in each key, showing the cage positions in each key, maybe arpeggios, maybe triads, maybe. There's all kinds of stuff I want to get to. But as we say in sort of the software world, this is like a version 1.0. I'm just getting something launched that's available to you. This, I hopefully, is a solid, a minimum viable product in that it's useful. You can click through any of these keys, and for each of these keys, you see the notes in that key, you see the chords in that key, you see some chord progressions, and then you see all the song lessons I've made in that key that use those chords. Okay, so it all hopefully connects in a cool way. But give it a whirl. Let me know what feedback you have. And if you've never explored my tools before, FretMonster is the first one I ever built. It's over 10 years old. I launched this a long time ago, but I recently added sound to this as well a few weeks ago or a month ago. So you can kind of click. Again, you need to have some kind of goal in mind, but I have a few videos here, how to use FretMonster and some other videos. So anyway, check this out, y'all. Again, this is my website, songnotes.net. I designed it, built it myself. I'm always adding to it. I see it as a sort of growing thing that I'm hopefully going to be improving and improving and improving, and including this KeyMaster tool. I really want to improve this over time. So give this a whirl. Let me know what you love. Let me know what else you would like it to see do. And check out all the PDFs that I have made for this tool and for all my other things all over my website. Hopefully you know where to find them. All right, so I'll see you over there, and until then, take care, and bye-bye.